Hello everyone. Welcome to more Final Fantasy XIV. So, I mentioned that I might work on getting Machinist and Dark Knight up to 50 so that we could do the quests for those and get those done. Because I really like the Dark Knight quests, the remainder of the Dark Knight quest here. I did not get Dark Machinist up to 50. I think I'll just hold off on doing the 45 quest until I do. But yeah, we have Dark Knight 250. Might be a little hard to see just because it's, 12 o'clock Eorzea time, so it's freaking the middle of the night. Just dark. But this is my new Dark Knight Glam. I think it looks really cool. It's a really dark, pink armor, and I think it looks awesome. So, I like the sword. The sword itself is... Oh, no. It is a glam. Sword is a glam, too. Because the sword is the male Zweihander. But this is Lockhart. I was going to say, I don't think the sword was a glam, but I guess it is. So. But yeah, we can go ahead and finish up the level 45 and 50 Dark Knight quests, which are both awesome. And then we can head off and continue the rest of the story, continue the story quests. Frey has been watching you, and she is not pleased with your progress. I'm beginning to question your commitment, Rin. You haven't heard the voice since our last communion, which means you haven't taken my lessons to heart. You know I'm trying to help you, don't you? All of this is for your benefit. You listen, but you don't understand. Never mind. You're the stubborn type. I know that. You'll just have to keep at it until you open your eyes. Morby Dry Docks. That's where we'll head next. Nope, and training complete. Okay. Why not just go there first then? My freaking... What's it? The squadron. Squadron finished training. Since we have to go to Lanasia anyway, I might as well hop over to Limsa Leminsa. And we can real quick go reset them. It's probably the only time I will do it, and I will probably completely forget after this. It is something that happens every hour. I could do it 3 times a day, but I will probably completely forget. Knowing me. Just like I completely forgot to do something else here before I started the stream that I should have done, but oh well. It is what it is, I suppose. So I'm going to both run over here and try to do that at the same time. Luckily we have things like loading screens and freaking auto run to help with that. So, yeah, I'm trying to train up my squadron so that I can get to the, what, captain level or whatever it is. That was not enough, so we'll do more comprehensive training. Because I need to keep doing, like, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, or if I'm doing something wrong here. With the, like, with this squadron system. Let me see if I can even show you with everybody training. I might not be able to. Can I at least, like, open the squadron missions to look? Yeah, here we go. So, like, this is a level 20, and all of these characters are roughly level 30. I mean, 32, 31, 31, 28. And yet, I can't meet the stats here. Like, I realize that, you know, the point of the training, right, is to, like, redistribute some of the points around. But, like, I don't know. Like, I actually have no idea what I need to do to get these stats better, because I've already got some of these I've already got some of these stats set to like 120, and I don't really get what I'm supposed to do otherwise about that. Like, I need more, like, mental. But, like, you've got 120 strength, I've got 120 mental, and I've already got 40 on freaking tactic. And it's like, I really don't want to remove the extra freaking, you know, tactic here, but I don't know what else I can do, you know? But again, like, that's just the level 21. Like, these characters should, well, I mean, they can't quite yet. But these characters should be at least doing the level 25, if not even the 30. And, like, I don't have anywhere near enough tactic or strength. Like, I can do, like, this and bring in, like, a DPS instead, you know. But it seems like the DPS are the ones that have the tactic instead of having the strength. It seems like the tanks are the ones that have the strength. But then, like, if I bring in, you know, if I take 2 tanks, like, 1, I still don't have enough strength, and 2, now I don't have enough tactic, you know? So, like, I don't really understand what I'm supposed to be doing here to make these line up. So, like, if I remove a tank, then I don't have enough tactic here. Like, how am I supposed to make all 3 of these numbers? I don't get it. It does not seem like it works. It legitimately doesn't seem like I can make all 3 of those numbers unless I do, like, the level 20. And even then, it's only the frontline support. I still can't make the 3 numbers on Officer Escort, because that one requires so much tactic. It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, what? I guess, like, do I just do freaking all DPS? But no, because I don't have enough strength, you know? I don't understand how these squadron missions work and how I'm supposed to, like, do them. So instead of doing those, I just sit here and do the freaking training and slowly level them up and then eventually take them on, like, a command mission when they're high enough level to do a new one. And I don't know, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, at level 25, I should be able to put 4 characters in. And yes, with some manipulation of the numbers, I should be able to, like, get the 3 numbers all, evened out. But, like, there is no manipulation of the numbers. The 280 points there that gets me the extra strength and everything else, Like, I'm at a loss here. This is... Right. I think that's unlocking the extreme Whirl Eater. Cool. I don't need to do extreme Leviathan at the moment, so... Never much cared for the ocean myself. That friend of mine, the one I told you about after our first communion, we came out here together once. Long story short, we ended up doing something ridiculously foolish and were lucky to make it out alive. Tried to talk her out of it, but she just had to get on that damn boat. Don't be like that, friend. Isn't the maelstrom supposed to aid the small folk when they're in a spot of trouble? So far as it is possible, yes, but such matters fall within the purview of the Yellow Jackets, and they told me to bugger off. Can you believe that? I'm begging you, Sergeant. Wait, is that you, Lieutenant Akagi? It is, the legend yourself. Forgive me, madam. I never thanked you properly for your service to Limsa Laminsa. When I first heard Leviathan had been summoned, I feared that... Why, if it isn't that famous adventurer who's been killing primals left and right. Truly the 12 must be watching over me, because you're just the woman I need. I am the victim of a terrible, nay, heinous crime. I was waylaid by teacher and bandits near the Salt Strand, who left me with naught more than the clothes on my back. And what makes you think I give a Chichen's arse about your troubles? Go and bother the Yellow Jackets, like the sergeant said. I seek worthy prey, not a gang of rats. How can you say such a thing, madam? Without your help, I'm ruined. Fine, I'll help. Spoken like a true hero. So the rank and file didn't seem so dangerous, but their leader was a mean-looking dude. But considering the folks you faced in the past, couldn't possibly pose a threat to you. Shut your mouth and wait here. I'll be back. Something seems a little odd about that particular interaction, don't you think? Just a little odd. Feels like something was just a bit off about that interaction. If the Chichin isn't everything he promised, I'll take it out of his hide. Let's make the most of this, Rin. No style, no guile, just chaos. Mark your limits, then push yourself beyond. Let the darkness guide you and set you free. Declaration of blood. Slaughter the Chichin! Weak but plentiful, that may yet suffice. Oh, you're not afraid. You're gonna kill you and loot your loot. Loot your loot. I could not get that because my brain was like, that's not correct grammar. You don't just like say the same word twice. And sure enough, it is the same word twice. Hurts are hurtful. No loots for you. All loots belong to Great Yugarin. Featuring Yoke Shaker. Heals for you. You can die. To crush your enemies, 5. And Natrus. Right then, the goods. Good. There's nothing left here for... Oh! Frey! You did well. All that's left is to return the goods to their owner. Finish it. Finish what we started. I love this quest line, dude. It's so good. The level 60 to 71 is fine, but the freaking level 60 to 71, the freaking Stormblood one, is amazing. Ah, it's you! Were you able to catch up with those bandits? They're just all the merchandise. Thousands of gil worth of goods imported from exotic locales. Yes, it seems to be mine, but... Limeland, take me. I can't sell this. Everything's soaked through with Chitrin blood. What did you do? Carve one open and leave him to bleed all over my wares? I'm ruined. Utterly ruined. Madam, I demand recompense for your reckless destruction of my property. I'm a reasonable man, so I'll acknowledge that you are not wholly responsible. 50% of the value should suffice. 50%? 50%! I slaughter a gang of Chitrin bandits for your precious goods, and this is the thanks I receive? You spineless sacker. I kill your enemies. I fetch your things. I do what you people can't or won't do yourselves. You are helpless, weak. All you do is want and need. Should have left you all to drown in Leviathan's tidal wave. At least then I would have been spared your constant bloody whining. Do not speak to me of this ever again. Pray forgive my insolence, madam. To Akagi, madam, you have every right to be upset, but I think he understands, madam. Something seems a little odd about that interaction. Have you figured out what it is? Again, I have done these quest lines. I love these quest lines. And the level 51, you know, when we get to level 50, it is an absolute trip, and I love it. Oh, Frey's down there. But, yeah, things are going very well so far. We can't keep doing this, Rin. You must see now what it's doing to us. What they're doing to us. These people. Never mind them. The voice is all that matters. We don't need them to become a Dark Knight. He deserved it. Every word. Right you are, Ren. Right you are. Felt good, didn't it? Seeing that sniveling wretch tremble, I think he nearly pissed himself. Finally starting to see them for what they are now, aren't you? Good. Good. All that remains is to hearken to the voice, to grasp its words and discover your true calling. Then we have to actually go back to Kurthus after this, but it's fine. We have to go back to Kurthus to do the level 50. With every breath, you grow lighter and slip further into the abyss. A chorus of voices cries out for a hero, and she comes. She smiles, she nods, and she remains silent. But she too has a voice. I will be heard. Rin. You stand at the precipice, but do not fear the fall. Cast yourself into the abyss, and you shall soar above, free at last. There are other lands than these, Rin. Lands where we are not known. Ask, and we shall quit this place forever. Only when you have renounced everything are you free to do anything. When we meet again, you will give us your answer. Alright, well, back to Foundation. So that we can talk to Frey for the level 50 quest. And we can finally find out the big reveal of this quest. That, honestly, when it happened, I went, no freaking way. I love that. It was so cool, man. Hey, now we can actually see my character a bit more now, because it's actually daytime. I mean, it's snowing, so it's still not the best lighting, but you can see the armor a bit better. So, again, a nice dark, like it's still, you know, the Rin pink, but it's a dark pink. So it looks good, actually. It's the same cherry pink that I use for everything else. It just looks really good in this, like, metallic form. So Frey was here long before you met. Dark Knight's armor coffer. I knew you would come to your senses, Rin. Now let us go. If I never see snow again, it'll be too soon. We should go somewhere warm, at least for a little while. Wait for me near the gates of judgment. When you are alone, call out and I shall join you. A moment later, Frey departs. Though in what direction you cannot seem to recall. With the chat mode and say, use your keyboard or a software keyboard to enter any phrase which includes Frey to attract her attention. But first we have to be in the correct destination, so. And that is right over here, I believe. Yes. Yep, it's just straight out these gates. So let's talk to the Arc Guard and head out to the gates of judgment. And And then we just have to find wherever the spot that it wants us to go to is. Because it can't just be anywhere in the circle, it has to be a specific spot. You gotta find the sparklies on the floor. Here's the destination. So we do Frey. Wait, I know that voice. It's Rin, the hero of the Scions. Allow me to say what an honor it is to meet you, madam. I mean, by the Fury, a woman who just bested Shiva. Every knight under Lord Drillmont's command knows the tale. I could go on, but, well, I'll just say it. If I may, madam, we need your help. A giant problem, madam. A band of them has taken to raiding caravans passing through Danafin Pass. Think they may be planning to expand their territory. Lord Drillmont wants them gone, but you know how it is. Too much work for too few hands. Need at least 24 knights to clear them out safely. But how did you hear, madam? We've nothing to fear. Hi, while we create a distraction, you can slip past and put their leader down. Without him, they're sure to cut and run. Will you help us? We beg of you. We beg of you. Thank you so much, madam. We won't forget this. Pray accompany me to the pass, madam. We can discuss the finer details of our plan there. No more. Enough. Something doesn't feel right. The leader should be somewhere in the tunnels, madam. Once you are in position, we'll launch our attack. If all goes to plan, you should only have to contend with the leader and his guards. May the Fury guide and protect us. Slay the giants. That is Ronger. Level 45 fate. Ow! I got stunned. Luckily, I can't be re-stunned. There we go. Giants are down. By the Fury, you really did it. You made it look so easy. As for us, there were some injuries, but nothing serious. It's starting to look rather grim, actually, but the moment he fell, they sounded the retreat. It's an honor to fight with you, madam. You really are everything the bards say. Truth be told, I've been following your deeds for some time now, ever since you first came to White Brim Front. Your martial prowess is widely known, of course, but what I found truly inspirational was your compassion for the common man. How you would risk your life without thought of for fame or fortune, how the lowest among us could find a friend in you. Sir! Is something wrong? It's Lord Drillmont, sir. He heard we were in the field with Rin, and is demanding she come to White Brim Front at once. Demanding? What is the meaning of this? Certain allegations have been made, sir. It seemed that she was observed conversing with with the corpse and the broom. Not that anyone would ever believe such slander, of course. I should warn you, madam, that some of these allegations were made by temple knights. You may be asked to surrender your weapon. Duty calls, our answer. I love this part, dude. It's so cool. Frey. Surrender your weapon. After what happened in Ul'dah, I must be mad. Pay attention, Rin. This could be the greatest moment of our life. That is, if you could stop denying the truth that's been staring you in the face since the moment we met. Say my name. Say it! My real name. Our real name. Come now. You knew Frey was dead from the beginning, but you didn't care. You had a sword and a soul crystal, but what you wanted was a mentor. A mentor with the gifts and the knowledge. A dark knight who could guide you on the path, who you could aspire to become. A woman who was free to say and do the things you would not. Even now you continue to deny it. Well, deny me all you want. You cannot deny what we have done. Have I not been good to you? Have I not given you everything I promised? Did I not help you to hear the whispers of our very soul? Open your eyes. Look. Do you see now? Do you see? I love it. Aw, yeah. Everything up to now has been your story. And everything after now will be mine. It's Rin! It's been us the whole time. Embrace the abyss. Set yourself free. You can't really kill me, you know. Oh, you'll try. Fail. May as well put the blade at your own neck. Where would that leave us, Pull yourself together, Rin. You're stronger than this. Friends, really? It's a private affair, and you know it. Careful I'm pretending otherwise, if it please. They're certainly coming to a head, aren't they? Do you have any idea how ridiculous you look? Flailing about like a wild beast in a battle against yourself? House divided cannot stand. Interject! I can't interject! Could not get interject to go off. I should really just block my freaking hotbar. Because I can't keep moving skills around all the time. I thought I only had to kill the darkness. I didn't know that I had to actually go after the sprites as well. The esteem. I love that this whole time it has not been Frey, but it's been you. It would seem I underestimated myself, but no matter. They have borne witness to the darkness within us, to what lies beneath the mask. Vryn, listen to us. Hi, kitty cat. We'll never forsake you, no matter what. And we know who you are, Vryn. We know, and so do you. Fantastic display of willful ignorance. Wipe the slate clean. Forgive and forget. Convince yourselves that she can be controlled. A warrior of light. Our weapon of light. It isn't too late, Vryn. We can still be free. Vryn? So this is your answer. Listen to my voice. Listen to our heartbeat. Listen. I love this part, dude. It's so good. It's so cool, man. Also, I love that armor. I'm pretty sure that's the level 60 Dark Knight armor, though, so... Is this how it must be? Then so be it. If this is how it must be, then so be it. But know that when you tire of this charade, I shall be here, waiting to take the reins. You need only ask. And now we can truly control the darkness within. I love it. Everything about this questline is so cool. Praise Helena, you're all right, madam. For a moment we feared we'd lost you forever. Lord Drillmont made it clear that we will speak no more of what happened. Not that he had to ask, mind. As for your friend, I am told he will be interred with full rites. May his soul rest in peace. Living dead! You're certain you're all right, madam? You seem a little... Never mind. Fare you well. And that's it. That is the level 50 Dark Knight questline. Or, I guess the level 30 to 50. You subdue your dark side. For now. Alrighty. Now, this is the Dark Knight's armor coffer, but I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's just it's just normal gear. So, it's the heavy Wolfram set, just at high quality. Which, I mean, it's fine, you know. But it's no Dark Knight outfit. So, I think I will keep what I have. The glamour that I have. But I also already have full ironworks, so like this literally would have only been a glamour even if I had used it. So, because I already got full That was amazing timing. Like, that was great. That was amazing timing, and I don't even know if that person realized. That was great. But yeah, so I'll probably just go ahead and sell this armor that they just gave me. I might do a different glam when we... Oh, it's specifically the gate guard that I have to talk to. But I might change to the actual, like, Dark Knight armor when we get to level 60. We'll see. I have no idea what I plan to do when we get Dark Knight to actual level 60. So, I probably should have tried to push up to level 51, considering that this quest line is level 51. Because then we could have done it, you know, as Dark Knight. But I'm pretty sure we're like right on the edge of level 51. I think it'll become level 52 pretty quickly. That is not where I meant to go. Wages of Mercy. Oh, that actually was still in White Brim. What the? Seriously? Came all the way here for nothing. No, don't teleport to the crystal. It's literally right next to me. That would not do. That would not do well at all. So, back to White. I really should have looked at the map to see, but I was pretty sure that I needed to go back to Foundation. But, nope. This quest starts in White Brim. So, oopsies. It'll be fine, though. Then we have to go back once we get here, because there were a couple of NPCs that were in the city that this is going to involve, so... The Wages of Mercy. Shifting uneasily from side to side, the Temple Knight struggles to meet your gaze. It would seem, madam, that my comrades have misjudged you. I realize this now, having witnessed the lengths to which Lord Drillmont will go for your sake. Hi, there can be no doubt that you are a true friend to Ishgard, which is fortunate as we have urgent need of one of your skills. Pray, accompany me to the Behemoth Dominion at once. The what? Behemoth Dominion. I don't remember this part at all. I legitimately don't remember this part at all, if I can be honest. Unfortunately, the level 50 to 60 Dark Knight quest line is not as great. Unfortunately, that's one of the issues with the Heavensward, like, class quests, was that they just, like, none of them were that great. So... There's a demon among us, madam, fiend which cannot be suffered to live. Lord Drillmont may be willing to let a dangerous vigilante roam free, But we are not so foolish. The sort of hero maims and murders knights sworn to the Holy See. None I know. A heretic you are, and a heretic you shall die. Yeah, somebody had to not be happy with the decision to, just let me go. After all the horrible things that we did during the, initial Dark Knight questline. I like how this guy just stands there and watches. It is like, oh, well, crap. Vile fiend! Do not think you can conceal your true nature from them forever. We will expose you for the abomination that you are, I swear it. Wielder of dark arts, consort of dragons, I'll bring you to justice, even if it costs me my life. Shall we oblige him then? There he is. Well, are you going to kill him or shall I? You're one of them too, aren't you? This is the part where you beg for your life. Leave these lands if you value your lives. We will not show you mercy again. I pray you do not make a habit of following men plotting to kill you into secluded areas. Or did you learn naught from Frey? So you do know of him. I thought him fallen at the trial, but then I heard whispers of a woman seen wielding his sword in battle. So tell me, what became of him? How did you learn the arts? Yeah, so I kind of resurrected him by my esteem, and then I had to fight him as me, yeah. By the gods. Now that I think on it, this is not the first time I've heard such a tale. We who consort with the darkness are never truly whole. There will ever be a part of us yearning to be free. We trained together, Frey and I. His was a strength beyond reckoning, but alas, it was not enough. It warms my heart to see that you carry on his legacy, that you have learned as much as you have with only his soul crystal to guide you, bespeaks your potential. There is a matter I would discuss with you, but not here. My name is Sidurgu. Pray, look for me at the Forgotten Night in Ishgard. Woo! Alrighty. Now we can head back to frickin' Foundation. Ay, 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 ay. Also, it has gotten quite warm in here. There is so much freaking land here, though. Between here and Kurthus. Like, I like it, but I also kind of dislike it because the loading screens make the world feel small. But at the same time, like, looking out and seeing how much more there is does make the world feel bigger. You know, knowing that there is always more beyond that we are not seeing always helps to make things bigger. It's just then you get the constant loading screens and it's like, Like, these areas are really small in both Realm Reborn and freaking Heaven's Word. They do get bigger. Part of that, of course, is the fact that it was originally done on PS3. And by the release of Realm Reborn, the PS4 had already been out for like a year or two. But they couldn't just drop the PS3 because they were giving people who had already bought had already bought 1.x. They were gonna like reimburse, give them Realm Reborn. From what I understand, I could be wrong about that. Given the circumstances under which you embarked upon this path, I fear you do not yet understand what it means to be a Dark Knight. First of us bared steel against one of the clergy. This is true. He sacrificed everything he once held dear in the name of justice. So must all who would walk in his footsteps. Mayhap you think this will earn you the love of the common man. You are wrong. To many you will forever be a criminal, a fiend who sows chaos and discord. And these people will listen to the lies of our enemies. They will do their utmost to cast you out, or worse, as they did to Frey. If you are not prepared to deal with these consequences, then surrender your sword and soul crystal to me now. You claim conviction, but your actions speak otherwise. You spared a man who tried to murder you. Mercy, some would call it. Idiocy, I name it. Aye, that's right. I followed him and gave him the mercy he truly deserved. Look at me, Rin. Tell me what you see. Firstest Guardians to encounter Eorzea saw Dravanians. We had fled Garlemald's armies only to come to a land where we were mistaken for another nation's mortal enemy. They bared steel and came to kill us, but we did not die so easily. We spared them and sent them on their way. And how do you think they repaid our kindness? With fire and blood, Rin. With death for every man, woman, and child. Make no mistake, these are the wages of mercy. If you would walk the path, then you must accept this truth, for your enemies already have. Next Dark Knight quest will be available at level 52. Alright. So yeah, we can't continue anything until level 52. But that's fine, because at this point, I mean, look at my freaking poor classes. Red Mage at 54, Samurai at 53, Paladin and Warrior at 54. Like, I do kind of wish that there was a way to halt the earning of experience just because of how, like, kind of ridiculous you level up. You know? Like, you level up really fast in this game. And, like, I guess if you're just doing the MSQ, you won't level too quickly. But if you're, you know, going through the Realm Reborn, the post-Realm Reborn stuff, you know, that's all level 50. And it's like 5 patches of level 50 content. So then, like, you're gonna get ahead to begin with. But then, like, you know, then you're, if you're doing, like, normal stuff, like roulettes, You're just gonna keep freaking skyrocketing. And it sucks.
If I could slap some black undercoat on him to get him started.
I turned on the air conditioner, and my cat is not quite sure what she thinks of that.
We make one of these. Wait till tomorrow.
Alright, so, let us go search with... Let us go speak with Redwold at Falcon's Nest, which I can still do as Dark Knight because it's not the end of the quest. Well, Mr. Akagi, what business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. As a dragoon, I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alphino Livio, at your service, and you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwold. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to Falcon's Nest in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see. You would be best served by speaking directly to my men. The patrol is due to return from its sweeps of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgon Mills. Gorgon Mill? I don't know how to say it. 'Tis possible they've unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mistress Akagi knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces, then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol, while the two of you visit this refuge. When I've completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Rin, I'm eager to learn what Sir Redwold's men have found in the heretic's lair. Do we have any blue quests that have shown up? Bridge over frozen water. That might be an etherite, or an ether current quest line, which I totally, even as I'm sitting here, talking about the ether currents, I promptly forgot and tried to fly. Bridge over frozen water. Here we go. Garrett is muttering something about bridge repairs. Yeah, I think we looked into this initially, but then we just didn't do it last stream. Do you have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from Houses and Mail asked me to go and deal with some Mylodons that have been causing trouble. A Black Iron Bridge barely survived the calamity. It's in desperate need of repairs, but the upland Mylodons roam far too close to it. Craftsmen can't work safely. Someone needs to kill them. The Mylodons, that is, not the craftsmen. I'd asked the Dragoons to do it, but they're so busy it'd be weeks before they found the time. I do it myself, but there's so many of the beasts that I fear I'd be swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable woman. Would you be so kind as to thin them out somewhat? If we were to kill, say, 3 of them, I think I'd be able to finish off the rest myself. Because, of course... it's a video game. You just go kill, 3 of them. After that, the quest will be done. I'm not going to keep you here to actually, work on something. So... wow, it is way over there. I forgot how freaking far away everything is because there's literally one etherite. It's a little ridiculous. Like, I get it, but also, it would have been nice to, like... And I suppose they didn't, like, have it set up to work this way until, Shadowbringers. But it would have been nice if, like, there was an aetheryte that could be unlocked. Like, I know that there is an aetheryte in, I think it's the Convictory, but it's, like, frozen because of the Calamity. So, like, it would be nice if you could, like, you know, as you get further into the MSQ, maybe you get, like, a side quest where it's like, hey, now go unfreeze the aetheryte. You know? Like what they do with Yulmore and Radzethan. Where they let you into both cities early, and you can pick up all of the Aethernets except for the actual aetheryte itself. So... But again, I know that's something they didn't have until Shadowbringers, so... Like, that's one thing I will give World of Warcraft over Final Fantasy XIV, is that... the freaking, like, phasing that, World of Warcraft uses allows them to change the world around you. Unfortunately, it's also kind of a detriment at the same time. It's like, oh, look, it phases. Which means that other players can't exist in the same phase as you. Even if you party up, you're in separate phases. And it's really annoying. Now I have to run all the way back. It's also, like, riding on Chocobo here is slower than it is in any other area, because all of the other areas you get a little bit of a speed boost. You know, as you're going along, other areas will, like, you'll unlock, like, here's a little speed boost, you know, but you have to do these areas at, like, normal speed, you know, so... My cat is really confused by the air conditioner. It's really funny. If I knew where the cat cam had gone, I would load it up, but I don't. It fell on the floor somewhere, and I don't know where. Hi, kitty cat. Meow? Meow? What? Talkative today. Come here. Come here. Sit. On my lap. You've already killed 3 of them. Thank you ever so much. You're not injured, are you? Here, please take this. It's your cut of the fee for the work. Incidentally, did you happen to see the farm on the far side of the bridge? Mylodons have made it difficult to access the area, and the bridge has been left to fall apart. After we repair the bridge, one day we might be able to rebuild that farm. Yay! Our first ether current. So, if I remember right, I did go through and pick up all of the in-world ether currents. Yes, I did. See? You can see there's 4 green markers. I did that while running around Kurthus doing something? I say that because I don't actually remember what I was doing. I had to come out here and like run around for something else at one point. But it wasn't something related to like the MSQ, so I was like, well, I'll just do that, and I just won't bother streaming it. But I can't recall what it was. It was definitely a quest related thing. Oh yeah. It was the freaking Paladin quest line. That's what it was. Doing the Paladin quest line, and it made me run around a lot out here in Kurthus for the level 52 and 54 sections. And so I ran around and I did things. And I picked up all the ether currents since we had them available. And I was right, by the way. There was there was an ether current in that one area. That like, what, 2 streams or so ago, I was like, I think there's an ether current here, but I guess it's not available yet. And once I had the ether compass, sure enough, I returned to that place and there was an ether current there. How do I get up there exactly?
Where does it actually unscrew?
I don't actually know if I can even get to Hemlock without flight. I'm trying to remember how to get up there, but I don't know if that's something I have to, like, be able to fly to do, or what. I also don't remember where any of the other, like, ether current quests are. They might not be unlocked yet, since I don't see them on the map. Like, I think that's sort of like what we're doing now, is as we go through this part of the MSQ, it'll like unlock in each area we go to. Mr. Akagi, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem the heretics foresaw our coming, and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for the reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Rin. Oh, let's head on down. Oh. Is that not? Ow. I just walked into the wall.
Nope, apparently I'm bubbling. So apparently all I gotta do is squeeze it, okay.
Bears. It's a tamed war bear and a tamed polar bear. Oh, they're level 51 and I'm still level 50 because I didn't even think about this. This is fine. we'll be fine until right now, where I now have to turn in the quest and cannot because I'm not the right level. Rip. Rip. Yeah, and I'm not in the sanctuary, so if I switch gear, it's going to be... Like, if I switch to Paladin, I'm gonna still be in Dark Knight armor. It's fine, we'll work with it. Beast are slain then. My thanks, Mr. Akagi. We may return to our duty without fear of a mauling. From one heretic to another, the expedition leader has a promising lead to aid you in your search for Lady Iceheart. If you wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is this not so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled my comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw. But I'd wager those epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. But yeah, I can switch to, a different glam as soon as we get back into a sanctuary. I may have just forgotten when we were there to change, so... Heretic Epistles. I do find it funny that this, entire storyline is they're working with dragons, they're heretics, and then they discover that nope, actually the dragons, it was the people who thought the people were evil that were the evil ones, reminds me of some people I know. Now we come down here. Have you recovered much of the heretic's correspondence? Heretic Epistles. What appears to be a record of past correspondence held between individuals regarded as heretics by the Holy See. Splendid! Added to the contributions from Master Levieux and Sir Estidian, we now have more than a dozen letters. What we have here then? And what have we? I knew I was reading that wrong. Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgogan Mills heretics and their fellows in the Akafa Amphitheater. They are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. It literally doesn't matter what I take here. Sounding out the amphitheater. Alphino seems intent on traveling to the Akafa Amphitheater. The Akafa Amphitheater, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Monbrugda succeeded in recreating the Akafa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant etherite would only be temporarily viable, But given that the heretics of Grog and Mill seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make it to the Aetheryte within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I am wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the western highlands, was it not? May it be possible for us to reach the Aetheryte from this side of the wall? It should. House Orendare posted soldiers at the western highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. AKA, your immediate thought is probably to run back to Snowcloak. Don't do that. That's basically what they're telling you. It's like, no, you're going back to Snowcloak, but you're going to a different place than where you went before. You don't need to do it. So it is down here in the Warrens, down by the 9th Fair, it seems. So we just get to travel. I am going to take just a quick moment to kind of circle around Hemlock here, just to see if there is a path up. It might just be this path right here, in fact. Hey, we discovered a new location. Hemlock! So is there anything in here? Because I know this is what she was talking about. Oh. Well, I can't go up any further than that, so I guess that's that. It do be looking as though we cannot get into Hemlock itself, because this edge here is always there. I'm going to take one last gander. Ah! But I do believe that that is telling me that there is no entrance to Hemlock. So I probably have to fly. So down this way. This way. Down here. We are in a... I really should have taken the normal way down instead of the jumpy way, but it's fine. Where you land? Got it. Whee! Boop. Boop. There we go. Trist Chemble. Ah, the guests of House Photon, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. Cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Arc Alpha beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Into the duty! We've been going an hour and a half now. An impressive structure. Wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. You know, the people that are right in front of you and have always been right there. Dogs, fish god. It is not enough that you banish our beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Take your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. Hiccups are freaking assaulting me. I wish only to speak with your mistress that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer. We know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. Come, brothers. May dragon wings bear us to victory. Do not defile the sacred place a second time. No, wait. We did not come here to fight. Waste no words on them. They are deaf to reason. Want to kill the freaking mages first. Because their magic deals big damage. Got him. Spirits without. Hold the might of dragon blood. By the fury to partake of the blood of the dragons. What in the hells, could dragon blood truly bring about such a transformation? I mean, we did see it in Snowcloak. We did see this happen in Snowcloak. Do not have come here as guardians. Luisio, I think. Something to that effect anyway. Well, I was trying to kill the swordsmen before they all transformed, but I don't know if that's technically even possible. Unfortunate indeed. Hold the true power of our faith. Whoa! Helpful friend. At last, a foe I might sink my lance into. Hey, look, it's the boss from hard mode, Stone Vigil. Wait! You say you want to sink your lance into these guys, except that you're not attacking them. Like, you're not attacking the one that you wanted to actually fight. Obsidian just sitting here attacking the swordsman and the mage. It's like, ah, yes, my lance will be good against that big dragon, but I won't actually attack it. And they fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Return to the cinders. I have seen no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask them? What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Perhaps you would be so good to enlighten us, Estinian. I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the dreaming dragon An island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told the azure dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tossed tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle. The dreaming dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there's another place I would visit first. I'm told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Jantalot, may have information of use to us. Ah, it mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I'm willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors, then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. Greytail Falls. So somewhere this way is how we got to that. I have no idea how that works, but that's how we did. We went down the falls there, and something down there is how we got to the Snowcloak. Or at least to Amphitheater. So now I have to remember how to get out of here. Normally I would just fly out. I think I can go up here. Looks like there's a path here that goes up. I'm hoping this is the way to actually get up, and this isn't just gonna freaking dead end me up here. Because I have no way of finding that out until I go this way. If it does dead end me, then I have no idea where to go. And it does indeed look like it might be a dead end over here. Nope, there's a ramp right there, okay. There's also a ramp on that side. Oh, nope, this is not a ramp, actually, like, at all. Can I jump these rocks, perhaps? I cannot. Okay. Rippity-doo-dah. I have no idea how to get out of here. Any blue quests pop up yet? Nothing. Not a blue quest to be seen. Maybe when we get to the Convictory one will appear. The path up must be on the other side of the bridge then. I have no idea where I'm going. Nor, again, I haven't been here without flight in a very long time. So there we go. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. I thought it was a Convictory, but it's Camp River's meat that has the frozen etherite. It would be nice if there was like a quest to unfreeze it. Then you at least have one other place to go. Then again, maybe that one's not any more helpful considering. But we're back up now. Woo! It would also be nice, in my opinion, if they, like, gave us a quest line to unfreeze Kurthus. But it is what it is. I don't think I can complete this fate now that I've just noticed how long there is. I thought, like, well, you know, I can do this fate and that'll give me some experience real fast. You know, help me get closer to level 51. Because it would be nice if I could, like when we unlock Dusk Vigil. It'd be nice if I could do that on Dark Knight. Because then I could get some experience that way. And I don't have to freaking go on to Paladin, which is already freaking leveled up and ready to go. Oops. I've been using too much of my magic. 1 minute to clear out like 10 more of these guys. Like, I don't think that's happening. But at least it'll give me some experience even still. So I'll just go until the fate either gets, you know, success or fail. They'll definitely be fail considering 30 seconds left. I would like to kill at least this one before the fate ends so that I get the experience for it. Now we got 3 seconds. And there's the failure. But that's fine. I mean, I was pretty sure that was going to happen. But it did give me a little experience. 8,000 of it. So, it was not a total waste, after all. Now we've got True Convictions up here that we can do. If we get up there in time. We won't, because it's only got 2 minutes left. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Man, I've done, like, everything so far. I mean, I guess I haven't done everything. What with I still need to complete 2 fates. So you know how I worked my way all the way up here? As it turns out, I needed to be down there to begin with. I didn't realize that it was this path. Oops. Well, that's unfortunate. I climbed up here for absolutely no reason then. I'm sure somebody that's watching the VOD was, you know, like, Serene, you realize you just have to go, like, to the right from this location. Nobody in the stream was thinking that. There's nobody watching the stream right now. I'm at 0 viewers. So, it might list 15 people in the chat, but not a one of them counts as a viewer. I miss the days where there were not bots. I mean, that was, what, 14 years ago. I'm a little worried that this fate is above me. But I guess we'll find out. It probably would be if I didn't have my chocobo. But the chocobo is like healing. So. Rocket is able to heal me a little, not a lot. And my Soul Eater does let me get some HP back, even if it's not a lot. So, also, I have a cavity that is on the inside of my mouth. Like, it's on the back side of the tooth. So every once in a while, my tongue rubs up against it. And that freaking, the cavity's freaking sharp, dude. I don't know what happened. So every once in a while, my tongue will, like, hit it. And it's like, ow. It's really not fun. This is why you brush your teeth, people. Properly, rather. Brush your teeth properly, because holy frick. Like, cavities are not worth it. They really aren't. Cavities do be the big suck. Now I have to figure out how to get back down. I mean, the reason I came over to this side is so I could get back down safely instead of just dropping. Whee! Not much of a drop is fine, though. Right. So now we're back at Camp Rivers Meet. There's the dragon that Estinian was talking about. And, yeah. You know how I went up right over there? I need to go this way. Oop. We have arrived at Twin Pools. I don't think I can go up here. Nope. I have to go around. I'm trying to, you know, cut through pathways and things to go faster, but I might actually be making it slower. Hey, look, Chocobo Keep. And stop at our mender. Because some of my gear is a little low on Dura. There we go. God, it's so nice that freaking stuff doesn't cost 1,000 freaking gold or something here. Hell then. Could not remember what freaking class I was trying to change to. Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising. But you have a fair look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon. Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, that lance! The Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Genelat, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? We're looking for heretics. Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men could be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Rin, Astidian, let's make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. Hey, there's 2 freaking ether current quests right here. Lancelot wants you to experience firsthand what life at the Convictory is like. I remember you. How could I forget? You are the last who was in the Azure Dragoon's company. And you are here anyway. Perhaps you might like to try your hand at a spot of hunting before you depart? See for yourself what life is like for us Convictors. The Dravanian horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've been at it for years, like I have, I think it prudent to start with something simple, and then work your way up to dragons. I suggest rooms. Slay 3 of those, and come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Also, these are level 50 quests, so I can do these as Dark Knight. Oh, no, they're level 51 quests. Never mind. The dead care not for justice, but Wildtheo would see them have it just the same. Cowards, all of you, have you no shame at all? Oh, I beg your pardon. Wait, are you not Mistress Akagi? Honored ward of House Fortal. Pray, Salone, surely you will consider my request. Know you Dusk Vigil? Westernmost of the Citadel watchtowers built to warn of the horde's approach. 'Twas lost following the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure, which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of those so-called dragon slayers, but seems their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, madam, you are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Indeed. Very good, very good. It's the sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapel. An ice rundle is set in its helm. I would have you prize it free and deliver it to me. The Vigil is not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool till you come to the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but should you explain who you are, they will grant you leave to enter. Heck yeah, Dusk Vigil. Camp of the Convictors. Alphino is eager to gather information on the heretics. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray, speak with as many as you can, Rin. I'm just going to do this quest as Dark Knight as well. Looking for heretics, you say? Humph! Why don't you go and bother Puricat or someone? I've enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Rootmo, Vermont, or Bertinent that wanders in and out of camp? Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why, a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady, the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of prey. cannot for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. There we go. Now you have to go talk to Pierrequet. But before that, let's go get this ether current. This is also level 51, but it should be fine. They're just rooms. Like, these guys may be level 51, but it'll be fine. I would like to get a little more experience. So maybe I'll keep watch for some fates and such. See if we can't. Because I'd like to get Dusk Vigil today, if possible, you know. I do need to do Wanderer's Palace to finish off my hunting log. Maybe we can queue specifically into Wanderer's Palace. And maybe that will also help with getting enough experience. Because these guys are giving me 700 and 800 experience. So not a particularly large amount of experience being handed to me here. Especially when I need, what, 300,000 more? So, though I could kill a couple more since I have the chain bonus going. But it's not going to boost the amount of experience that I get that much. Like, the next one will probably be like maybe 900 experience at most. But yes, if you keep killing multiple of the same enemy, you can get a chain bonus going that will give you more experience. It's a little unfortunate because I'd really like to have turned this quest in and gotten the experience farm for it on Dark Knight. Slain those rooms already, have you? How did you find them? Did they put up much of a fight? Good work, lass. Clearly the Azure Dragoon doesn't travel with mere amateurs. Sounds like those rooms barely put up enough of a fight to be considered a proper warm-up. You clearly know what you're doing. If you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again sometime. Thank you. I'm mostly just after that, but let's see. Don't let things are ready to try your hand at hunting dragons. I mean, yeah, but nah. Let's see. If I queue into Wanderer's Palace, how quickly will we get in? Not instantly, unfortunately. Dusk Vigil is up there for all the nights to come. Do I want to go all the way the frick up there, though, is the question. Like, do I want to work my way all the way up there right now? No, I don't. Because Wanderer's Palace. Cool. Will this give me enough experience? I have no clue. Probably not, because it's a level 50 dungeon. Baba Ganoush. Don't actually need to fight those guys. Though there will be some tonberries that spawn in behind us. Right there, actually. How about that? Like, I think when those guys die, they turn into tonberries? I'm not entirely sure, but 2 tonberries spawn after those guys kill the other tonberry. So, like, they move forward, and I think they die. Or maybe just the 2 tonberries just spawn in general. I don't even know. I don't know if any of these people care, but, you know, advertise like, hey, I'm streaming to these people. I mean, clearly they're into FF14. So, Tingle Makani is very big over on Twitch. Apparently. They say this is huge for you. I mean, neat if so. I almost wanted to be like, well, if Tingle is streaming, hello to his viewers. But then I realized there's no voice chat. So there's no point in me even saying that. I got 6 flowers. I am an old streamer though. I've been on this platform at least 14 years. Reduced immunity. Sipahi gloves. I mean, I'm taking ridiculous amounts of damage. I don't know how much I want to freaking pull too hard. Alright, plus the whole flasks of oil thing. I better hold for a second so we can start picking these up. I forgot that we have to stop and pick all of those up. Ba 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 la ba ba. Only need 2 lantern oil for this area, but then there's immediately a Nimian device inside that you need a lantern oil for. So you gotta pick up all 3 of those. And now we go this way and deal with these soldiers of Nim. Which is a little weird. There are just like these couple of skeletons in here. Because the Scholar quest line basically tells you like, hey, literally all of the Nim people got turned into Tonberries. You know? So it's like, I don't know where those 2 soldiers of Nim come from. In regards to, like, you know, the whole thing with the Tonberries and stuff. That said, freaking Tingle over here. Tingle is Kulu limping all over the place, and, like, maybe don't do that. Like, I get it, he was, like, wanting to get ahead of the freaking Tonberry Stalker or whatever. Whatever that Tonberry was that we passed by. The big one. These guys. The ones that you can't kill, but will just sit there and stab at you. They are the Stalkers. But it's still just like, why are we freaking... Why are DPS aggroing crap? Not good. Like, is not great idea, you know? I assume one of them got the Nimian device that's over there. So, yep, door's open. Cool. Target was not in range when I hit the button, apparently. Oops. It's fine. There we go. Now it's just the giant Boveroy. And I think this is the last thing I need, is literally this guy. Yep, giant Boveroy. Literally the last thing I need to finish off the hunting log, so... Oh, that's still the Sipahi gloves. Yeah, there we go. We've maxed out the Maelstrom stuff. Most people don't realize this, but the Tonberry Stalker that spawns here doesn't spawn until you actually start going up these stairs. Like now, you can see he just spawned. So if you take a little extra time to deal with the freaking, Nibian spirit dudes, you don't have to rush as heavy throughout the rest. Which is good, because they're freaking Tonberries. They hit like trucks. Also, the faster you go up the stairs, the faster the freaking Tonberry Stalker moves. So... Nobody picked up the lantern oil. Another reason why you don't go too fast. Because you need the lantern oil. Oddly, despite only needing 2 lantern oil here, I don't think both of these guys drop it. Nope, there's only 1 lantern oil. But like, I mean, the people will be like, "You've got to rush. He goes so fast. He hasn't even come around the corner yet." Like, that was basically single pull, and he never even, like, got around the corner. Okay? That makes perfect sense. Oh, I can't even aggro these guys out of my range. You want to try to not kill these tonberries if you can. I do need to get the aggro, but you want to avoid killing them if possible. Because every time one of them dies, it gives him rancor. And that is a massive boost to his attack. There we go. Not enough experience, unfortunately. Paladin's Darklight Arms. Also, I am inflicted with heavy. A thing that could have been solved by JoJo here, just freaking Isuna. But, nope. Don't Isuna. I mean, it definitely got us closer to level 51. So there's that. Pierkit. Somewhat I can help you with, milady. You know anything about the heretics? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself. But that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you could share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please my lord, I'm Parakeet, soldier by trade, though not much of one. If I'm honest, if it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by order of Sir Janelot's father. So as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. Once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to lay the signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I am minded to start a fire. Indeed. I am also minded to start a fire. And there's the paladin leveling up to 55 now. Oh, hey, look. But there's another etherite. Or ether current. Plus ether current. Purple flame, purple flame. Justinian wishes to prepare a signal fire to lure in the heretics. So this is the end of the Western Highlands, then. For to lure our foes to our position, now we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Rin? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Elfino, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. Aye, it will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. It's a dark night. Protecting what's important. Lucie stares out over the snowdrifts, a grim expression upon her face. Want to help out, do ya? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. So you've noticed that dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for any easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires, and then raid our stores. Think you could thin their numbers a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. Sure thing. And while I'm doing that, let's see. What else do we have in here? I have not done Hard Sistasha, apparently. Not done Tamtara hard yet. I did use a, Frick Ferriciris. I did use a, the story skip to get to where I'm at now. Here, let's just do the other version of Wanderer's Palace. Why not? Did the original, let's do the hard mode. That'll probably get us enough experience that way. Then we can make our way up to Dusk Vigil. We can unlock that dungeon, and we can do that dungeon. And then after that, we can finish up the quest line and go into the next zone, which we will probably not be high enough level for on Dark Knight, because I'm pretty sure that the quest will immediately jump to 52 after the quest that we're on. So it is a little annoying, if I can be honest, that like, oh, I can pick up the quest at any level, but I have to freaking do the quest at a certain level. You know, I have to be a certain level to turn it in, you know. It's, I mean, it's just a little annoying. Honestly, for all the things that are annoying about this game, like, there's so much better that's done really well that I really don't care. I'll just gripe in the moment, you know? There we go. Let's go see if we can't collect these yak hides while we're waiting. How long does this fate have? 11 minutes. Okay. I can try to do that, too. I'll make my way over here. Oh, look! Woolly yaks! Oh, I am below the recommended level for this fate. Well, let's see how this goes. Will I regret this? I have no idea. The main thing is I need to get rid of these freaking rooms. Because they're not even part of the fate. The enemies that are in the fate are level 48. I mean, I'm doing alright, even with these rooms here. So it's not too bad, it's just annoying. I do kind of wish that, like, when you were in a fate, maybe, like, non-fate enemies couldn't, you know, attack you. Because it is a little obnoxious. Like, you're level 90. And then you level sync down to level 50 for a fate. And then the next thing you know, you're getting attacked by like 15 of the regular freaking enemies that would otherwise not even aggro at you because you're way over leveled. And it's like, do I turn off the level sync long enough to then kill those enemies? Or do I stay level synced, you know? And just deal with it. And some classes just don't get that option. Like, you want to survive, you will freaking unlevel sync, kill the freaking extras, and then go back in and level sync for the fate. Again, it's a minor complaint. It really only matters that much when you're doing like grinding for like relic weapons. And it's like, I'm level 90, but to get my next relic weapon, I need to go frickin' do Heavensward fates. And I gotta do frickin' 60 Heavensward fates. And then I step into a fate, and all of a sudden, 15 enemies all aggro. Because, you know, I wasn't aggroing anything prior. But then I freaking leveled up. And then I freaking leveled down, actually. I level synced, you know. Now I don't got a freaking choice. I'm just getting aggro all over the place. Or you have situations like this where it's like, I was doing fine having just the one woolly yak that I was fighting. And then I had a second woolly yak, and like, that's whatever. And then I had two freaking rooms that spawned on me. And now it's like, can I survive this? Because it's like, I can survive the two yaks, fine. It's the two yaks plus the freaking rooms. And poor Rajit's about to die because freaking Chocobo's too dumb to like dodge attacks. And once Rogic goes down, I don't have any more Geisel greens at the moment. I keep forgetting to go buy them. Like, look at this. I aggroed another room while trying to fight these guys. Like, frick off, dude. Like, maybe if I could stop aggroing the yaks for a moment, so I could fight the rooms individually here. But, I mean, that's the first yak that has an auto-aggroed as soon as it spawned in for the fate. You know? Luckily, Roget is healing himself up. You kidding me with this? Why am I missing? What the heck? Seriously, game? It said miss like 4 times. Yeah, I mean, as long as it just stays the woolly yaks now, I've got no problems. Even if I get freaking swamped by 2 of them. But if I get, you know, 2 rooms again... And, like, the fates are placed in spots where there's absolutely extra enemies that are going to spawn. Like, there's no question. You're going to get extra enemies that spawn in. And it's just like, really, though? Like, I'm trying to do the freaking fate. Let me just do the fate and not have to worry about non-fate crap. You know? Again, it is a minor complaint. Like, don't let me make you think that I'm like, the game is ruined because I'm like, no. It's a minor complaint at best. You know? Hey, a new recruit arrived. So I like that the freaking polar bears aggroed. So I'm gonna unregister because we are at, what, 20,000 experience or whatever I need now? That shouldn't be too difficult to get my hands on. After all of that. And then we can just do Dusk Vigil. I mean, I do have to do like a fate of some kind probably to get that. Otherwise we'll be sitting here grinding for a while. But there is this guy up here. I have no idea what his timer is though. Like how much longer he has left. Sir Werner sullied the convictor's name one too many times. I shall not stand idly, as he has the effrontery to snatch glory from the hands of the deserving. Honor bids me from crossing blades with my sworn brother, but does not bid me from aiding one who might have been wrongly assaulted by a conniving lout of a brother. What say you, adventurer? Sure, I guess. Werner the Cowardly and Budanet the Blunt. Also, my chocobo is now officially gone, so that's great. I need more freaking Geisel greens. Outside to fight your own battle. Oh, tell me, where's the glory in that? Now watch as I die here because I don't have the chocobo to constantly heal me. Here, you take some slow. I love when people are like, arm's length is a damage mitigation. It inflicts slow on enemies. It's like, yes, but that's not the... Like, yes, that is a thing that it does, but that's not the purpose of it. Like, the arm's length creates a barrier nullifying most knockback and draw effects. That's the purpose of it. It just happens to also include a bit of freaking applying slow. I actually might have a chance of dying here because I don't have my chocobo. This is not cool. He is quite a bit stronger than I. And I did not factor this. Killing blow is mine. Even you cannot deny that. I mean, as long as I keep up my damage mitts, it does seem like I'm able to, like, hold off the amount of damage he does to me. There we go. There we go. That's level freaking 71. Or 51. Whatever level it is. Alright. I haven't actually gone up there yet. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordling I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and again that if no one sees to the bears, there'll be nary a scrap to eat. But do they listen? Humph. I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I'd say, well, I said you'd be compensated, and I'm true to my word. I trust you'll consider this fair remuneration for your efforts. Oop. Piety, vitality, determination, tenacity, vitality, and crit. Bacon bread. Even though it really doesn't matter which of those I pick, because in the end I'm going to end up just freaking using my gabagool or whatever it's called. Alright. Well, let's head over to the Dreaming Dragon and turn this quest in. And at some point, it will probably give us a quest that's like, hey, now at this point, you can go up to the freaking Forelands. And at that point is when I will, you know, before we go into the next zone, I will make sure that we get over to Dusk Vigil and at least unlock it, if not, you know, queue for it and do it. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. It must have been a privileged. He must have been a privileged upbringing. That doesn't seem right. Have you the hides we need? See, like, it should be he must have had, not must have been.
やはりあなた方だったか。同志たちから報告は受けていた。どうか仲間の非礼を許してほしい。私を追う理由を聞かせてもらえるだろうか。
We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard. We wish to speak with you. We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard.
そうか。ドラゴン族の進軍を止めるために対話を。あなた。
Whoops.
しかし、竜と人との対立の根源にある隠された真実を知らねば、対話も叶わないだろう。今こそ語ろう。私が見た真実に触れる過去。
Oh boy.
1200年ものはるか昔、エレゼン族の一団がクルザスの地にやってきた。当初はドラゴン族との小競り合いが絶えなかったが、やがて一人の乙女が二つの種族の架け橋となる。彼女の名はシバ。
シバ。
彼女は高い知性と理性を持つ竜と対話する中で、七大天竜の一翼である聖竜フレースベルグと出会い、種の違いを超えてかの竜を愛するようになった。だが人の命は竜のそれに比べてはるかに短い。どんなに長く生きようとも、人はシバの愛を受け入れたフレースベルグも苦悩した。やがて死が二人を分かつという現実に。そしてシバは懇願したのだ。自分を食らってほしいと。魂となって永遠に寄り添うために。
Frasvelg ate her.
かくしてシバの
At her bidding, I
フ
suppose.
レースベルグに宿り、これを知ったドラゴン族と人とは互いを認め、融和への道を歩んでいった。二つの種族は協力し、この地に美しい国を築いた。しかし竜の目に満ちた力は人の心を惑わせ、この蜜月関係はわずか200年足らずで終焉を迎える。人は欲望を抑えきれなかった。自己のために七大天竜を騙し討ち、その目を奪ったのだ。今イシュガルドを襲わんとしているのは、七大天竜の一翼にして人の裏切りにより目を失ったニーズヘッグとその眷属。かの竜の目的は奪われた目の奪還だろう。それが叶わぬ限り対話に応じるとは思えないが。
それは違うな。お前の語る過去が真実かどうかは別として、確かに以前ニーズヘックは竜の目を狙っていた。だからこそ俺は危険を承知の上で竜の目を持ち出し、都市を離れて各地を転々としていたのだ。奴をコートから引き離すためにな。
I need hog.
これが竜の目。
これまで奴は執拗に俺を狙い続けていた。だがここに来て狙いをイシュガルドに変えた。そこには奪還すべき目がないことを承知の上でだ。
こうと攻撃の理由が別にあるというのか。
うん。
それに奴の像は目を奪還したとしても晴れまい。この竜の目を通じて俺に伝わる暗い感情はもはや狂気と呼ばれるほどのものだ。
ニーズヘッグとの対話が絶望的だとして聖竜フレースベルグならばどうだろう。イシュガルド侵攻に加担していないことを考えると今も融和を望んでいる可能性はないだろうか。
Meet with Freshvelg.
あくまでも争いを止めるとならば私も共に行こう。かつて私がフレースベルグと開口した地、霊峰ソームアルに抱かれし竜の領域ドラバニア
Dravania.
か
Dravania. Oh. I've regained my connection with the Crystal of Light. I forgot about that. The whole Midgar Somer frickin' sealed the blessing and the crystals of light.
どうした？大丈夫かい？無理はしないでくれよ。さあ、行こう。ドラバニアは西の山を越えた先だ。
Daniel lies to the mountains, lies within the mountains.
驚いた。我が竜の爪をわずかとはいえ打ち砕こうと。
Midgar Summer.
混沌を鎮めんとする固き決意。
I think I have. Trying to remember if I have the Midgard Summer minion or not. Like, I feel like I should. Because it, you know, I did the whole skip thing. So, like, that should. I imagine that they would have given me the minion. Yes, I do. Here it is. Midgar Summer. Cool. I do at least have that. So. May not have anything else that's in my favorites. Because all of these favorites are from my other character. I have to remember how to get the black curl. Because I will absolutely want that. I also have to remember how to get I deleted it, so now I can't like think of it. It was one of the ones that I had in here. Now I've already forgotten what I was thinking of, unfortunately. But I'll have to figure it out. I'll remember eventually what I'm trying to think of. So... Oh, dark. There it is. There they are. Darklight Makwahito. Makwahito. I have no idea how to pronounce this thing. All I know is that it looks dumb. Like, it's a piece of wood with some sharp blades on it. I'm sure it's effective and everything, but it just looks dumb. I hate the freaking whatever. Lady Iceheart stands ready to lead you and your companions into Dravanya, level 52. Told you. You're Rin, yes? Pray, address me as Ysael, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not? The fate would bring us together thus. Never did I think to walk alongside the Warrior of Light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravanya, then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Alright, and there we go, Dravanian Forelands. We now have the ability to go to the Dravanian Forelands. Which just leaves a couple of areas that are left undiscovered. Such as River's Meet over here, and the Bed of Bones over here. I was thinking that there was some kind of a duty involved in that, but maybe that might have been the Dragoon quest line specifically that had that. Gelato. I don't really want to fight these gelatos. I just want to run over here and do freaking Dusk Vigil. Nadini! What's this? A ward of House Forton wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil. You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts, and gods only know what else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claims to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny an esteemed personage the opportunity to kill herself in new and exciting ways. Pray, go on ahead. There it is. There be the Dusk Vigil. Our first dungeon in Heavensward. It's funny that this one is optional. And now we just wait for the queue to pop, basically. I think I have to go back to the Convictory to turn it in. I hope so anyway, because that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go back to the Convictory, because I know that there's a path down here to get into another area. And I might as well explore as much of the map as possible while we're waiting on Dusk Vigil. And hopefully I don't have to talk to that knight again and I can just go straight to the freaking Convictory. I done goofed. I need to go this way. Just continue following the path. Or river, or whatever this was. And then we can just keep going down the river here. And go down River's Meet, and this will take us into the Bed of Bones area. And I believe that that is all we can get to now. I don't think there's a way up there without flight. If there is, I've never seen it. But yes, I believe the Dragoon quest line brings you down here at one point. Then there's like a duty that you have to do to rescue like the Dragoon like apprentice that you get during the quest line. Hey, that counts as a new area. Hey, Dravanian Hinterlands. I mean, it would definitely make sense then if I can't go up there without flight, since, you know, Dravanian Hinterlands, which I shouldn't be able to get to right now. But let's see, let's run around here a little bit and see where this path takes me. Well, there's a cave here. It's completely empty. And that do be... Oh, I was able to get across that, but that do look like it. I mean, I'm underneath what's displayed on the map, but I did technically get over here. So that made me jump for some reason. Howdy, howdy. And we get a cutscene. First cutscene, first dungeon cutscene in quite some time, because it auto skips the cutscenes when you have the story skip. So, the Dusk Vigil. Thinking there was a dude that was supposed to pop out here. There he is. Hello. Hey, somebody showed up. I don't think it's any of the people that are here because it's somebody who's been here before. I'm pretty sure no. I mean, I don't know, but pretty sure that that's not any of these people, so. I definitely am not lost. And I definitely didn't forget that, like, that there was a wall there that you couldn't clear until you killed this Mylodon. Ah. They came when I was doing Minecraft. Makes sense. Usually I do Minecraft on Mondays because, you know, Minecraft Monday and all that. But I have been having some issues with Minecraft Bedrock. And I attempted a stream of Java, you know, April 1st with the potato update and all. And it was laggy as frick, and I remembered afterwards why I wasn't playing Java Edition. So, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about that. Gathering hall is sealed off. Oh my gosh, this poor healer. Prehistoric trumpet. I feel like I remember there being something that you could do during the, like, route and stuff to, like, help people out, but I don't remember what it is. Whoa, that was some lag. Gathering hall is no longer sealed. Guardian Outrider boots. So none of these are actually going to be better than what I have, simply because I have the freaking the things. The ironworks. Good gosh. I know how to speak, honest. Because I have full ironworks gear, like, the only thing that can be better is the weapon itself. Which if a you know, claymore weapon drops, then that'd be great. But I don't suspect that one will. I mean, it's totally random, so one could. I'm just saying that I will be a little surprised if one does. Ooh! I didn't dodge some of those. I am getting some CPU frames here. I don't know why. I don't know what is using so much CPU that it's causing frame lags. You know, or frame drops. I don't know what the actual proper term is. I just know that something in the CPU is being overworked, and so it slows down everything and you get lag. White Commander's Key. Pots of Snow White dye. How about that? Sir Johelmrich. Tumulus. Brain drain. Tumulus. Here comes Brain Drain again. And then also Death Spiral. Just these two? I thought there was another dude. Whoa! Frick. I got punted. Tumulus. Oops, I did not step out of Tumulus. Ishgardian Knight's earrings, Ishgardian Knight's helm, and Ishgardian monastic earrings. All of this stuff is eye level 120, though. So if you started a new, like, a red mage, or, what's the other one? Samurai? Since they have the 115 gear that they start with. So like, this stuff is better if you haven't just picked up the freaking, Ironworks gear. I am, like, struggling with words today, and I don't know why. Kiyomi did get 2 or 3 clear prisms, though. They're not glamour prisms, but they are clear prisms. So they can be turned into glamour prisms. Unfortunately, there's no way to avoid the frostbite in this area. There's no spots where you're protected from it. Martial Rod, and an Ishgardian Knight's Choker. And the boss! Hey, I got the choker at least. There's the statue of Halone that we have come to get the gem for. Oops. Well, at least that'll make it easier to get the gem. Whirling jail. Man, it's nice to hear this music again. Winds of Winter, which I think you're also supposed to hide behind the debris for, but nobody ever does, because we never remember. Whirling Jail! Behind the debris! Free fall. Winds of Winter. See? You hide behind that. You hide behind the debris, and then you don't get the freaking wind resistance down. Got it. I got an Guardian Knight's Helm out of that. And now I'm level 52 as well, so we can actually continue the quest as Dark Knight. So that's awesome. GG. And also we can continue the Dark Knight quest line. And let's drop a commendation on Kiyomi, because Kiyomi was a good heal. Enter the Dusk Vigil. Whoa! Okay, I dropped. I don't know why. But when it brought me back in, it put me in the air. And so I dropped for a second. That was hilarious. But cool, yeah, that puts us at level 52. It actually puts us about halfway up level 52. So we can actually go do the Knight and the Maiden Fair, which is our level 52 quest, class quest. And we can also turn around and continue the MSQ as Dark Knight. And I have no idea if I will even stick with Dark Knight through things. I don't know if Dark Knight will become the class I play. But it's working out right now, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm just going to keep going with it. So. Oh look, it's Budanet the Blunt again. There's somebody with the freaking FF-15 car. Do you have it, Mistress Akagi? I do. The Ice Rundle. Large round sapphire named after the icy blue sheen of the Fury's armor. Yes, there's no mistaking it. At last, it is ours once more. My parents preserved the sapphire to me on my wedding day. Presented, as my wife and I presented it to Helmerich on his. One day, they would do the same for their son. But for that disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicion of heresy, what rot, he knew what he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they'd interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. But the final insult, the final twisting of the knife, was when my son took command at the Dusk Vigil and found the Ice Rundle to be the centerpiece of the newly commissioned sculptor of the Fury. He couldn't prove it was the self-same one which had vanished, but, oh, he knew. But no more, no more! It's back with the family, where it belongs. It is, admittedly, hollow comfort, yet in my waning years I must accept what little that can be had. Yay! Freebird! Kurthus, Western Highlands! Ether current attunement completed. Woo! Now we can discover the rest of the map. So we can fly over here, get the last bit that was over here. And then we can turn around and start flying up here. And we can fly right over top of the Watcher, which is this giant skeletal freaking dragon. It's so cool, man. But yeah, I don't think you can get up here at all without flying. But they do that on purpose. That way you can't get the exploration without flying. And it motivates you to get the flight. Not only does it just make things easier to get around, but then you can also explore a little. Out here, we fly over rivers meet. Of which I find hilarious that this entire section is hidden, despite there being literally nothing here. But such is the way of things. This is the 9th Ver. I have no idea what that is. Obviously it's this tower, but I don't know what a Ver is or why this is the 9th one. You know? I'm gonna guess a mausoleum type thing, what with all these candles. But if somebody knows what a Ver is and why, why that is the 9th, and there are seemingly no others, let me know. Because I have no clue. And though we technically were able to touch the edges of it and discover it, figure I'll come fly over here to Hemlock for just a sec. Can't get in any of these buildings. They don't have interiors. But this is the village that was mentioned. But yeah, I don't think there's any way up here without flight either. The idea probably being that you could get up here at one point. Oh, well no, maybe. Oh yeah, it's just right here. Wow, I just completely missed this. Oh, but the gate's frozen. That's wild. See, I've never, even known of that. I've never gone over there. Because I had already discovered Hemlock prior. So I just had never needed to actually go there, so. So yeah, you can't get into Hemlock at all without flight. You still need to fly over the gate, which is frozen, so. Okay, but seriously, this cavity is really annoying. I'm talking, but I'm feeling like my tongue rub up against the cavity. And it kinda hurts. Not just kinda, but really hurts. Remains of a dragon. Seems like its head fell off at some point. I do not believe this rock is its head, though. Nope. That was not it either. I saw that. I saw this. And I was like, wait, is that the head? Nope. That's not it either. I don't think its head is down here either. I think its head just broke. Shattered. You know, because it's frozen over here, so. Well, no. This is it. This is the head. Oh. Oh, this is just a rock. I see that. I totally didn't even see this. But yes, that's its head. It got just freaking blasted. Look at this. Freaking dragoon lance right into its freaking eye. And as it was dying, it got frozen. Like, as it was dying, the calamity occurred, and it froze over. That's unfortunate. This is dragon spit. I have no idea what it is, or why it's called dragon spit, but this is dragon spit. Maybe it's because of this, like, warm water area here. There's, like, a little warm water fountain thing here. But yeah, I have no idea. Then, of course, this is the Dreaming Dragon, where we met Eorzea. You can get a better view of it now. This was the dragon they said got covered in ash after it died. And then now it got froze over. But I'm a little unsure if it's... I mean, maybe it's just because it's covered in ash first, and then it froze over. But it doesn't look like a dragon, is all I'm saying. It just kind of looks like a funky stone formation. I don't see, like, anything in this that makes it look like dragon to me. But it is what it is, I suppose. So, onward to the Dravanian Forelands, which there should be an entrance to right up here. And so we enter for the first time.
アルデナード小大陸を東西に貫くエオルゼアの背骨、アバラシア山脈、名峰ソームアルを仰ぎ見るこの地はドラゴン族の本拠地として知られる。竜がその空を支配する領域に冒険者たちは足を踏み入れるのだった。
Chocobo Forest. Boy, I wonder where our first ether current is. I just don't know. Like, I just don't know. Is it over there? Is it gonna be over there? Is it behind me? Like, Where's our first ether current? I had no idea. I completely forgot that the first ether current is just right freaking there. That's great. I don't know, guys. I might have to use the ether compass to find that one. It might be a little difficult otherwise. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to some all will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey, but I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see we are properly provisioned. There's a village here. I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. How would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marshump, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Only to the ceaseless chatter. For to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Oh, Estinian, don't you know that, like, the story doesn't progress unless we progress it. We can loiter and do as much as we want without worry of anything bad happening. That includes just meandering around and doing absolutely nothing. And chattering as much as we want. Because nothing will happen until we progress the storyline. Needhogg will just sit in his freaking, airy and be like, they haven't progressed the story yet, so I guess I'm just gonna do nothing at all. I could be gathering my legion right now, but screw that. I have no need to do that until they progress the story more. Marshump. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, if it ain't the lovely Ysel. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marshump. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to some all. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. Dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did you say I'll not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering Kellum trees all above, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath them leaves. Which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I won't stop you sail here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if we're set on heading west. Item level 125 gear. We're getting there. It'll be I think the level 55 quests where we start to get better than our current gear. Marshall would give you fair warning about what awaits to the west. I dare say you're wondering what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you cross an antling with a magler crab and taught the thing how to walk on two legs. Never used to stray far from their hives out of the fear of the dragons, but have gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for malms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. When they venture into the forest, which is more and more by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. You can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. Some bad news. Hey, our first ether current. I see you've been making the rounds, getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I'm overseeing 3 camps set up to the east. The ladies these sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Leon Wolf, Gwynart, and Aimbert. Here, you hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. Twould seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravania? Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Fresfelg. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marchant found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees, and nursed me back to health. And in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people. Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe. Any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We've not the time to creep through the underbrush or some roundabout route. So we make straight for some all and crush any unruly insect we meet underfoot. More direct path, then. Very well. Let us follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to some all. Shall we? Wow, two ether current quests? Well, paint me yellow and call me a chocobo. That's Mill's sightseeing log. Oh no, this is a stupid sightseeing log. Okay. I'm not going to read this. I'm just going to skip over all the dialogue because it's just, here you go. More sightseeing log. You know, your sightseeing log has been expanded. Cool. I thought that seemed odd. That we were just already getting 2 things. Well, let's head back to Foundation so that we can do the next Dark Knight quest line. And then we'll see. I'm kind of getting tired of talking with this freaking cavity. So So I might stop the stream so that my tongue can rest. I mean, it's not gonna get fixed anytime soon. Freaking, God knows I need freaking like $2,000 worth of freaking work on my teeth. So Durgu would entreat a fellow Dark Knight for aid. The knight and the maiden fair. I see you yet walk the path, Red, and it is well that you do. This is a matter I can discuss only with another Dark Knight. Swear to me that you will speak of it to no one else. Sure. Thank you. Then I shall begin at the beginning. Our master, in his final moments, spoke to Frey and me in riddles. A heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns. Thence comes the darkness to consume. Yet even in the depths the flame endures. Submit to the flame and harness the abyss. Frey and I did not understand his words. We hoped their meaning would become clear to us in the course of our duties as Dark Knights. And so we carried on, following the creed, until one day we found her. Go on, Real. She can be trusted. Alright. Helene's blessing be upon you, miss. Right then. She was fleeing from a unit of temple knights at the time, who were clearly intent on doing her harm. Needless to say, Frey and I took issue with that and chose to intervene. We went aground after that, but Frey was caught out in the streets while fetching supplies. I cannot protect her, Rin, not from the temple knights, not by myself. Not even sure why they seek her, only that should I fail, her life is forfeit. Help me, Rin, and I shall swear with you my arts, and I shall share with you my arts. And when we have reached the limits of my knowledge, mayhap we can unravel the mystery of my master's final words together. I can offer you naught else. What say you? Then it is settled. We shall both serve as her guardians. Don't you have something to say to Rin-chan, Real? Nope. Hello, Skirks. Yes? Why do the Temple Knights want to hurt you? They said I was an abomination. Said I had to die to atone for my sins. Where are your parents? What do you think of Sindargu? He doesn't talk as much. How since Frey left. Sometimes he hardly speaks a word. Other times... But I know he would never hurt me. Excuse me, Rin, was it? You'll look after Sid too, won't you? Of course. Thank you. That puts my mind at ease. Right, that's enough of that. To more important matters. Like I said before, I'm not quite sure why the Temple Knights are after Real. I seem to believe something is wrong with her, but for the life of me I cannot imagine what it could be. However, there may be a way to find out. The other day I overheard a curious tale from a House Halionart Knight, recently returned from Camp Cloudtop. He spoke of Vanu healers who could see their patient's ether. So skilled were these healers that they could diagnose ailments with a glance. And maybe not more than a fantastical tale told by a man in his cups. But even so, if there is a chance we can learn what, if aught, ails Real, I dare say we must take it. Let us go to Camp Cloudtop and begin our search for a healer there. Off to the Sea of Clouds. What would you do if you didn't have the Sea of Clouds unlocked at this point? I mean, that would suck. But also, like, you'd have to have leveled Dark Knight all the way up to level 52 without having done any of the other quests. I think Sea of Clouds is unlocked, like, 3 or 4 quests in. Right then. The Vanu Vanu are not wont to parley with outsiders under most circumstances. However, they may be willing to receive us if we come bearing a suitable offering. I'm told they use Gestornus feathers in their rituals. Mayhap that would suffice. Rin, I must ask that you prepare our offering while I look after Real. Once you have it, we can journey to Vundu Ok Bendu together and entreat one of their healers to examine her. Go. Oh, right. I can't fly here yet. I have gotten absolutely 0 freaking ether currents in this region. Gotta kill these Gastornis. I need one more after this. I think also part of my part of why it like hurts to talk. Like on that side where the cavity is on the inside of my teeth. Like I think I like pushed my tongue up against it at some point, you know, up against the cavity there. And like I probably like created a very small sore on my tongue. But then because I, you know, am talking, I end up like pushing my tongue and the sore against the cavity, and then it hurts more. So, it's a little annoying. To the northwest? Okay, well that... Are all of the ether currents for the Sea of Clouds in the northern section? That might be the case. Clipped Wings. Hey, Ether Current Quest. Leniet seeks an adventurer with a delicate touch. Excuse me, Rin, a moment of your time, if I may. I recently received a special request for assistance with zoological research, but I'm at a loss as to how to fulfill it. I'm familiar with Gaelic cats. They bear a striking resemblance to kittens, but with wings. An acquaintance of mine is writing an article on their physiology and requires a sample of their wings for her work. Their sweet appearance belies a rather nasty temperament. If it were simply a matter of slaying them, I would handle it myself. Problem, however, is that taking a proper sample requires a delicate touch. A certain finesse is beyond the capabilities of my men and myself. Because they are so fragile, you may not obtain a proper sample from the first you fell. But I have no doubt a woman of your talents can procure a wing of immaculate quality. I realize this is a rather personal request, but it would be forever in your debts. See, I thought I remembered there being something that you had to do with the Gala cats. And there are indeed. It's difficult to see with all the effects going on. But yes, they are literally cats with bat wings. That's 2 Gala cats, but still no freaking wings. I just have to keep attacking these guys until the game randomly decides to give me one. There we go. Undamaged Gala cat wing. How fares your search? I realize obtaining an undamaged Gala cat wing is no easy feat. Untorn Gala cat wing. The leathery membrane of this Gala cat wing is in pristine condition. Perfect specimen for study. My, what an extraordinary find. I'm pleased to see your persistence has paid off. With this, she can resume her work on Cloudkin. Ah, how forgetful of me not to mention it sooner. Sample is meant for Atelion, the renowned naturalist. She's hard at work on a new article for New Eorzean Geographic. I requested the sample be delivered with the utmost haste. You can be sure she will hear it was from the incomparable Rin, Akagi, who made possible her latest work on Cloudkin. That was a yawn. It sure would be nice if I could, have a time where I'm not freaking tired. But that would require me to have a day where I sleep properly. And I have not had a day where I sleep properly in ever, to be honest. I can't even think of a time where I was able to sleep properly. Even as a kid, I couldn't sleep well. And it's only gotten worse. Like, annoyingly, it seems like as I get older, it becomes harder to sleep. Which is weird, because you would think it would be the opposite way around. Like, as you get older, you know, you sleep more. But actually, it seems to be the opposite. I seem to sleep less now than I used to. Do. It is a little obnoxious, though, that you have to, like, run all this way. Like, I don't have the ether currents yet, and I think they might be up here. I don't think there's any ether currents on this side except for that one quest. Because the closest ether current is 1,000 malms. In the direction of, like, that way. What mistral gale blows netherlings this far? Away with you! Away! Gastornis feathers? Netherling knows the ways of the Vundu well. Let storm clouds give way to warm sunshine. Say your piece. The Vundu. She will do as we ask, Rin. Bring forth the child, Netherlings. Let me look upon her face and know her heart. Soft rains to soothe your heart, little one. Do not be afraid. Drink of the winds, let thy soul take flight. Bathe in the mists and show me thy light. Come, come, show me thy light. What tempestuous winds rage beneath tranquil clouds? What great spirit dwells within you? Speak plainly, Vanu. This is no child. This is... a torment. The Tramontane follows you, Netherlings. You cannot remain here. Begone from my lands. Wait, I don't... God damn it. Ready your blade, Ren. We've been followed. Over there. Someone's coming. Over there, he says. And then it's way the frick up here. Like, you would think that it would be, you know, like, right in front of us or something. But it's not. It's way the frick over here. Like, he's way down there. I'm way up here. Freaking target. There we go. This Paisa should leave me alone. Yep. That should be the last of them. I've seen these ones before. They don't answer to the Lord Commander, or so I hear. Bastards thought to take us outside the city, away from prying eyes. Don't want to be seen murdering a girl in the streets of the Holy See, do they? Even their staunchest supporters couldn't abide that. Seems our new friend has already abandoned us. Not for it, then. Back to Ishgard we go. Come along, Real. And now we go back to the Forgotten Knights. Unable to accept any bills at this time. Okay. That's right. I think I have to be like level 53 or something like that to start that. There's Teru. I trust you no longer dispute the true nature of the Temple Knights. Murderers and thieves who drape themselves in the trappings of righteousness. Do you not see, Rin, where all that stands between them and their prey? There's no justice for these monsters save that which we must deliver. I will see them answer for their sins, I swear it. If I have to drown in the abyss to see it done, I will. Rin, Sid, I wanted to thank you both for protecting me earlier, and apologize for getting you too hurt. Don't be foolish. You've naught to apologize for. In any case, at least we learned something of our enemy's motives. Not that I have the faintest inkling of what the healer meant by Great Spirit. A salted earth. And now we have salted earth. Next time we'll get plunge, which I don't even have on my hotbar because I find that I don't have the spots for it. So it is nice to have the, like, leap ability like that to attack with. But, unfortunately, it's not so easy to, like, have that on my hotbar and actually use it. So I have the same issue with Paladin. Like, I have Intervene on 7, so it's not as bad. But then Warrior, I don't even know what Warrior's, like, leap attack even is, if they even have one. Onslaught. They have Onslaught at level 62. So yeah, I don't even have that on here either, it looks like. So yeah, I think I'm gonna let my tongue have a rest here. Because I actually can feel that there is like a sore spot on the tongue itself. That does line up with the cavity that's there. I probably need to like brush there a bit more, so that it can like, so that I can clean out any infection and, you know, have it heal up and whatnot. Plus, we have been going for about 4 hours, and while I don't have a like length limit, like a maximum length limit, I have a minimum length limit, which is 4 hours. So I think I am going to hop off here so that I can rest the sore tongue, and we'll see about, you know, when we come back. And, you know, see about continuing this. I don't know when the next stream is, but still. But still, I hope that you've enjoyed. If you have, feel free to subscribe. You can, if you're to the YouTube people, feel free to subscribe. There should be a playlist for the streams. There's definitely a link to twitch.tv/SereneInc, where this is streamed live. So you can come on out, hang out with us, chat, and whatnot. There might be links to Patreon and Discord. I still don't think I have been remembering to put them in. So I'm pretty sure there probably isn't. But you can double check and see if they are there or not. But in either case, with that, I will see you all next time. See you later.